Okay, good morning to all of you. So let us, we are starting our syllabus of your first year botany post graduation. Paper first is having 4101 plant systematics. This paper algae, fungi and bryophyta. So all we three teachers we are taking this part. Myself, Dr. H. Sawan sir, taking the part of the algae. So let us we see what is the differentiation of these particularly algae, fungi and bryophytes, and we having also the good syllabus of this by covering the all division all classes that chlorophyce, eophyce, rhodophyce, then others, pyrophyta, euglena all others are there. So basically under syllabus for your study, the principles and the concept of the species and hierarchical taxa and the classification of algae up to order level given by the Fritsch, or they have given the system of classification. So while we are considering these algal types are there or characteristics of algae are there, so these are generally differentiated from the real plants are there. So which are real? For example, here you are observing we are knowing the some angiospermic plants are there, some other plants are there. So commonly these plants are photoautotrophic, then having similar metabolic function is there, is also seen in the algae. Then different anatomical structures and reproductive structures seen in different divisions are there, like Pheophyta, Rhodophyta and others are there. As per our study, as we are knowing, there is having about the certain size of the some algal members are there. So they are less than 2 micron. 2 micron, that is the 100 mm is equal to 100 millimeter is equal to the 1 micron. So they are very smallest. Some forms are there and some are the giant, that is larger. For example, Pheophyce members like the kelps are there. Naturally the Caulerpa one is the one genus. So it is measuring up to the more than 7 meter long. Here we are knowing the chlorophylls are the dominant in this all algae. So basically chlorophyll A commonly seen in all types, but chlorophyll B, C or D they having as pigments, and accessory red, blue and brown pigments are also reported. One character differentiating to the reproduction is there. So reproduction by means of vegetative, then asexual and the sexual. So asexual method, it is commonly seen in the algae and the fungi, right? So by means of zoospore formation, planospores are there, endospores are there. So all they develop in the unfavorable climatic condition, right? So you remember just points related to that of these algal types are there. So we will and use the proper words for this one. Secondly, the true root system, stem and the leaves, they are not generally reported in the algal members, except I think you are in favor of the sargassum. So sargassum having the generally root-like, stem-like and the leaf-like structures are there, but these are not true. The non-vascular tissue, generally it helps particular transport of nutrients and this one. So some larger heterotrichous forms are there. In relation with reference to occurrence are there in the natural condition. Thousands of species. They have a great abundance in the sea, ocean, salty lakes or estuarine parts are there. Fresh lakes or the ponds are there. So there are different systems. The stored water and the flowing waters are there. We are knowing river, stream. These are the flowing condition. Then ponds or the lakes are there. These are the stored condition. Ocean water, generally due to high tide and low tide, it is also showing some flowing type of the nature is there. So just we remember about this. The principal food in these members, it is generally having the based on the water conditions, and therefore the microscopic starch granules. These are reported in number of algal forms are there. So there is a as it also depend on the sufficient light, then moisture and the simple nutrient condition in the water media. In characteristics of algae, already we are knowing there are some micro algae are there and macro are also there. Already we have seen, but the shape, size, then single cell, rod shaped cell, different spindle shaped cells. These different cells are seen in the some members are there. One term we are commonly using as the cell wall. So cell wall is generally rigid, and as due to its aquatic nature, it shows the specific cell wall made up of cellulose. In next topic we are observing the ultrastructures and all other things are there. We'll see the one by one. Here in objective, so all these characters, these are nothing but the objective to find out the characters of the plant and the characters of this particularly as a principle to study. Basically, here you are observing the good photographs of the some members are there. The chloroplast is having the distinct pyrenoids are also seen in the form. So we'll see the comparatively in one by one. Their main silent features are there. So we are knowing unicellular forms, aquatic condition, thalloid condition. Why thallus name? Because the plant body is showing a specific dorsiventral characteristics or showing the specific nature, and they are either from the unicellular to multicellular. And basically cells in some members they are uninucleate, in the some they are the multinucleate, in the some thallus are there. Cell wall rich in the cellulose. Then flagella present in the gametes. They are generally having the biflagellated, generally biflagellated. In some very rarely they are the quadriflagellated and uniflagellated or absent flagella. In sexual reproduction, zygote develops